Hey, what is going on, crypto people? So listen, has Ripple finally aligned with the XRP holder with this latest news of Ripple issuing its stablecoin? I'm going to let you hear from a Ripple shareholder in a Twitter Spaces who believes so. But in saying that, it also means that up until this point, they haven't been aligned with the XRP holder. So we're going to get into that. We'll go over the market a little bit because the market is doing what the market does. Interesting Twitter spaces. It ended up, kind of getting heated, back and forth, a little debate. Mickle was on there, Vet was on there, and obviously, there were BT Maxis on there. The only one with some relative perspective was the Wolf of Wall Street and the Ripple shareholder, who I'm going to share with you. I'm very familiar with this guy, OG in the space, definitely BTC Maxi, but he is also a big time shareholder in not only Ripple but also in Circle and others as well. So, and I think it's interesting to gain his perspective for sure. And so, but I think it's going to speak to what I've been saying, and Mickey B. Fresh has been saying for sure. Yes, there hasn't been an alignment with the XRP holder, but that has changed. It changed, and this is the thing that we're going to cover. This has changed. Whereas for the longest time, it's been promoted by XRP content, entertaining content creators, and kind of hiding the fact, not being honest with this community about the misalignment, not ill intention, not ill intention, the misalignment of Ripple and the XRP holder. It's a difference. The XRP entertaining content creators would have you believe that those who recognize the misalignment are Ripple haters. That's not the case at all. It's just that we recognize and we're being honest with the community and stating and sharing and showing the misalignment. That's all. And Ripple was pivoted. This is a great example. And this Ripple shareholder is going to speak to the misalignment, and he's going to speak to the fact that the stablecoin will perhaps begin to create that alignment that the XRP holder so desperately needs. Not desperate in that, projects won't be building on XRP out, but Ripple is a big player. And so having that alignment will be huge. Just as like when I did my live stream earlier today, I kept pointing out the fact that both Monica Long, David Schwartz, and Brad Garlinghouse kept saying in their statements about the stablecoin about devs and XRP users, how this thing is great for devs and XRP users, which are XRP holders. Significantly important to understand that. So look, we're going to go to the market real quick. I'm going to cover that. I appreciate you guys checking in. What's going on, Jay Corn? Has Ripple finally aligned with the XRP holders? A very, very interesting Twitter spaces for sure. The real big Will is in the building. How are you, bro? Good to see you checking in. I'm not going to go over the numbers. I think I'm just going to go directly into the space so we can talk about it. So let me share. I mean, we know what the market is doing, don't we? We know what the market is doing. What the world? Shaw XRP, Ripple shareholders slap XRP holders in the face. Headline. You know? Interesting stuff. So let's get into this for sure. I love that. All right, so let's share. Here's Twitter Spaces. Let me go to the minute I want to get to. I'm going to hear just briefly from a BTC Maxi, just kind of saying what he wants to say. But let's see. And then you're going to hear from who I think is important to pay attention to here. I don't know why I lost the people on here. Why are the people gone? It was Simon Dixon was on here, Mickle was on here, Vet was on here, the Wolf of Wall Street's on here, obviously with Mario Nafal as well. I don't know why they're not on there now, but anyway, just take a listen.
And it's about driving interest to XRP, a chain that has effectively no. So excited about this. Yeah, I think it's very opportunistic. It is a combination of seizing on a positive narrative for a company and a ledger with very low activity. There are not hundreds of institutions interested in Ripple. I can promise you that. But stablecoins are obviously a hot area. The Ripple leadership has been involved in a group in Washington aggressively arguing to crack down on Tether. So this is political, and it's
interesting. The Ripple leadership has been arguing against Tether. Interesting. According to this dude. I mean, I don't know.
It's about driving interest to XRP, a chain that has effectively no DeFi and no DeFi activity at all. So I think this is mostly a joke. I would be shocked if this thing had more than 50 or $100 million in TVL after a year.
By the way, I would be shocked if it had more than 50 or 100 TVL in more than a year. This guy obviously doesn't know DeFi, because that's a good thing. Those are good numbers, 50 to 100 million in TVL in a year. Like, I'm not sure why he's saying that's a negative. He clearly doesn't understand DeFi. 50 to 100 mil in TVL in a year would be outstanding. Yeah, would be absolutely outstanding. So, but anyway.
William and Simon.
Yeah, I'd just say this is another example of why I'm a shareholder and not a token holder. I think it's the exact right product match. It's exactly what I think they should be doing.
And let me qualify this a little bit. Simon Dixon is an OG in the Bitcoin space. It's been around for pretty much since its inception. He wrote one of the first books on Bitcoin. He is a BTC maxi without question. He was I've learned about him because he was a Celsius user just like myself, and OG in the space. Understood the advantages to being able to borrow against the Bitcoin. Okay, so he's a Bitcoin OG. Became a multi-millionaire. Okay, from an investment banker to multi-millionaire from Bitcoin. Okay, just understand that. So Bitcoin OG, he also is an OG in equity in crypto companies. He is a big time equity shareholder in Ripple and Coinbase and Kraken, and just name them. He is a big time OG shareholder in those companies. So his motto, from him coming from the investment banking world, is Bitcoin only and equity in these crypto companies. That's his motto. Okay. If you asked him, if you had to give up one, the equity in the companies or your Bitcoin, he would say Bitcoin every day of the week and twice on Sunday. You understand that? So my point to this is a shareholder in Ripple, right? Who is saying these things, a shareholder in Ripple. And he said, this is why, this is one of the reasons why I held share in the company Ripple, and I'm not an XRP holder.
But they've got to align the token with the shareholders, because so far shareholders have benefited from everything
So this helps you understand why the XRP entertaining content creators keep pushing Ripple, 1,000 to 1 XRP projects. You understand why the loudest XRP entertaining content creators push Ripple 1,000 to 1 to XRP projects, to people building on the XRPL. He just said it there as a shareholder. And he has been a shareholder longer than, and a bigger shareholder than probably all of the XRP entertaining content creators put together, and certainly much longer than that. He's been a shareholder since the beginning, right? And so I don't claim that he knows everything about XRP, the asset, and XRPL, the ledger. He doesn't. But what he does know is from a shareholder perspective. This is why we say on the channel all the time that the XRP holder is not Ripple, the company's number one priority, number one customer. It's the shareholder. But he also, and you're going to hear him say here in this Twitter Spaces, that he believes this could be a move to more align, right, Ripple with the XRP holder.
It's selling XRP tokens is their number one source of revenue. And this is completely ideologically in line with what Ripple probably should be doing. They originally tried to solve this.
This is the stablecoin move is ideologically aligned in what Ripple should be doing. You understand? And this guy is not someone who's up to date on the everyday things of what's going on with Ripple X, the Ripple dev team, XRPL. No, this dude is an equity and a BTC guy, period. That's it. He doesn't know that what's going on from the XRP, from the crypto, from the digital assets perspective. His only thing is Bitcoin, not DeFi, not other cryptos. It's Bitcoin and a equity holder in crypto companies. So you understand? So, and the reason why I bring that up, because I think it's important to understand that if this guy would even say anything, like, in other words, he should be saying, I don't understand why they're trying to more align with the XRP holders. I mean, XRP is this and it's that and it's crap and it's crap. No, but what he's saying is, this is what Ripple ideology, what is that word? This is what Ripple should be doing to get more aligned with the XRP holder, which is essentially saying they have not been aligned with the XRP holder. It doesn't mean that they wake up in the morning and try to create products for misalignment. It's just what we're saying is they haven't been aligned in their business model for the XRP holder. That's all. They haven't been aligned. And now, like Mickey B. Fresh has been saying, they are more aligning with the XRP holder, right? And the biggest challenge in the XRP community is the loudest mouths in the XRP community keep promoting a company that is misaligned or has been misaligned with the XRP holder. We've all discovered here recently that Ripple's product, ODL, although it uses a digital asset XRP, it doesn't align with the XRP holder who's looking for the value and the price of that XRP to raise. The ODL product is not today, is not big enough globally to do anything for the terms of the value of XRP. Because that model, it's just real quick. It's just in and out. You understand? So Ripple and Ripple X or whatever get more aligned with the XRP holder. That's all. And this is a great example. That's why in those tweets from Brad and Garlinghouse and David Schwartz and Monica Long, they kept saying at least two of the three kept saying XRP and devs, XRP users and devs. This stablecoin thing is about the XRP users and devs getting aligned with the XRP holder. And again, it doesn't mean people who call out the misalignment, it's not saying that Ripple is a bad company or they haven't been a good steward. It's just pointing out the fact that they have been in misalignment. That's all. It hasn't been aligned. But Ripple is working on creating that alignment with the XRP holder. And the stablecoin is ginormous in being able to do that.
This case, it was always a fiat play, but they always tried to shoehorn in a token. And so if you look back at like the last decade of what they've been saying, apparently they've got this blockchain that they're quite proud of now in terms of technology. The token has never, it just goes based upon people's ignorance of thinking that the token is the share, because they believe that adoption is just based upon, it will be used.
How many of you guys remember 2020, 2021, maybe 2019, it was always this big thing and everybody was kind of thinking XRP is like having shares in Ripple. Do you guys remember those conversations? Do you remember that kind of being kind of that misnomer, if you will, being spread throughout the community? I remember it. I remember the conversations and the videos where people were saying, it's better to be an XRP holder than to own equity. I remember everybody talking about how David had made the decision to have one and not the other. And I think he made the decision to have shares and not XRP, if I'm not mistaken. Again, don't quote me on that. But I think that's the route that he went. I think this is the route that he went. And Simon's going to go on here and say that it's always that Ripple was pushing the idea that one day there's going to be utility. One day this market is going to be driven by utility. And he's 1000% correct, because that has been Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson's message from day one. Real world use case of digital assets. And we like XRP. The challenge was that that's not what the market was interested in. The market was not interested in that. The market became more interested in NFTs. The market became more interested in DeFi. Not payments. It's like the content creators who wake up in the morning and they figure out what they want to talk about. Oh, this is a great idea. Oh, this is a great idea. Oh, yeah, I think this would be cool. Oh, yeah. Instead of popping up a video in a live stream and saying, what do you guys want me to talk about? You understand? That's the difference. Ripple just said, oh, payments, I think this is great. Oh, this friction. Oh my God, you got to be kidding. This cross-border payments friction thing is crazy. These fees are whatever, right? Right? They left the crypto market and went into a market to address an issue and recently discovered that the banks and institutions, they're not that interested in payments. And they also Ripple realized that there's a big time fight to get that done. But Ripple didn't just give up. They pivoted and they came up with this institutional DeFi, which is just institutional grade of DeFi, which means it's going to have regulatory, it's going to be compliant, there's going to be identification, right? Where an institution would see all of this stuff on this chain. You got to understand, institutions are not on blockchains. There aren't hundreds of institutions using Ethereum. There's a wall, right? They need these regulatory, they need to be compliant and all that other stuff to want to hop on a blockchain. And this is what Ripple is doing. But they're going to do it natively on the XRPL. They pivoted. They haven't dropped payments. They haven't dropped their mission of payments. They've pivoted. Okay. They have pivoted. And I think it's hugely important to hear it from someone like this guy's a shareholder saying that they need to align themselves more with the XRP holders.
Eventually. But they could actually solve that if they actually can get to a stage, and I got no idea about the technology of the XRP ledger, but if they can just do the whole, this is native to the chain and you've got to use it to pay gas.
See, he says he has no idea about the technology. So we have to, you can't just disregard a statement like that. I have no idea about the technology. But from the bigger picture and as a shareholder, he knows. He knows. Now, I get it. There was a shareholder on here as well, pointing out the fact that Ripple, the XRP asset, is being used, right? And it is essentially the gas token for the XRP ledger, right? So it was educating between Mikkel and Vet, educating Simon on some stuff. And Simon thanked him for educating him on some stuff. But you got to understand this Alex person and this Andrew person, they're BTC maxis. And what they're really speaking to, I don't want to get into all the negative stuff, but what they're really speaking to is Ripple decided to operate initially outside of crypto using a crypto asset. This is what we speak to on the channel all the time. Let me stop the share here. We speak to that all the time on the channel, that's the decision that Ripple made because there was no was no governance or no DAO or anything like that in place, right? Thank you, Shaw XRP. I appreciate that. Not XRP holder. This one thing I was concerned about. We have no rights to the company, right? We don't have rights to the company, right? And so the misalignment is something that I think is hugely important. Hugely important. So great. This was a great Twitter Spaces. Highly recommend you guys check this out as well. But again, the misalignment was there. Ripple recognized it. Of course, people like myself and Mickey B. Fresh recognize it. And Ripple is looking to align themselves more with the XRP holder. And this is a great step. Again, let me share these tweets. Is it posts now? Let me share these posts from, if I can search, let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. Can I get there? Will it go to that? It didn't go to that. Oh, yeah, here it is. Here are some examples of that, right? This is Brad Garlinghouse. Launching a stablecoin is a natural step for Ripple as we bridge the gap between traditional finance and crypto. We have, number one, the years of experience. Number two, regulatory footprint, hugely important. Strong balance sheet. And four, a network of global payout coverage. That's going to be important. There's global payout coverage to offer the best of crypto-enabled payments and using XRP and our future stable coins together, right? Let me see where else. And then Monica Long had a little something to say. Where is that at? And again, each of them are pointing out, as David Schwartz, a high quality USD stablecoin on the XRP ledger with its decentralized exchange and features like issued currencies, auto bridging that uses XRP as a native currency to facilitate the trades between other assets, and the AMM will be a game changer for users and developers. For users and developers. Hugely important. I don't know where Monica Long one is, but again, just aligning themselves more with the XRP holder. We got to understand that the Ripple ODO product, however great it is, current state, it's not changing, not doing much to the value of the asset XRP, right? And so I think the stablecoin thing, what they're looking to do is going to be massive. for sure is completely backed by dollars and government bonds, just to name a couple of things. And I think that is going to be massively huge as well. Absolutely massively huge as well. So just understand that. In fact, I should have probably shared that, but it's the misalignment that I wanted to speak to. And I wanted you guys to hear it from a shareholder perspective. The dude just said flat out that the shareholders have been winning here, not the XRP holder. That's what he said. The shareholders have been winning, not the XRP holders. And it ain't because Ripple has some malintent, some ill intent. No, it's just the way the model was. It's the products that they built and the way the model was. It was benefiting the shareholders more than the XRP holders. And they're looking to change that. And this stablecoin thing I think is massive. The question is, are we going to participate and get to 100 million in TVL? Are we going to help to promote and create network adoption of this XRPL? That's, are we going to do our part to do that? Are we going to do our part? Whatever these millions and millions and millions of wallet. You got $50? You got $100? Are you going to be participating? Right? Are we going to do our part? So yeah, the stablecoin thing. Now, you can continue on listening to that thing, and you can say you'll hear them say about the stablecoin. No one's going to use the stablecoin. I completely and 10,000% disagree. I think people will be using the stablecoin. It's just like Yassine put something out on X, and I'm going to end it with this. Let me find it first before I Yassine more. What's the dude's name? Mobarat. Really, really smart guy. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see my response in here. Let's go to replies, and then I'll share it. Yeah, there it is there. Let's share it. Because these people in the spaces were saying that no one's going to use this. Only XRP people are going to use this stablecoin, right? Right? That is just a lunacy of a statement. Now, it may be initially Bitcoin people use Tether. And now Bitcoin people have weaned themselves, not completely, but weaned themselves off of Tether and use USDC. So Yassine put this out. I would have loved to see Ripple lead in new innovations rather than follow existing use cases. Now he's responding to Ripple's announcement of the stablecoin thing that they're doing, right? Rather than following existing use cases in DeFi, smart contracts, and now stablecoins. I realize it's easier said than done, but they used to be innovators back in the early 2013, 2016. The introduction of the XRPL with built-in DEX, trust lines, IOUs was a real innovation. How did all that stuff work out for XRP holders? Codius was a real innovation. Even the micropayment use cases on the decentralized ledger was a real innovation. Then he goes on to say, most of these didn't work. They didn't work, but they were real new innovations, right? That pushed the frontier of what is possible. He goes on to say, now Ripple is just following existing use cases, dressed up as they can do it better with more features, etc. Right? And I disagree with that. And other stuff he said, I have agreed with, but I disagree with that. Now Ripple is just following other use cases, dressed up as they can do it better. So I disagree with that. And I said, I can find it. I said, yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's not about what you or I want. It's not about new ideas and new innovation necessarily. It's about what the market wants. Regulated, compliant, transparent stable coins is what the market wants. There is not a lot of those, because he was just saying there are a lot. He goes on to say in here, there's a lot of stable coins. Why does Ripple need to become another stable coin issue? And I say regulated, compliant, and transparent stable coins. There is not a lot of those. And I quote his quote, I restate his quote and say most of these didn't work, right? And there's a reason for the truth in your statement of most of these didn't work. So Ripple's move, whether this Alex guy in his Twitter spaces is correct or not, that Ripple leadership has been lobbying in Congress to rid themselves of Tether because of the lack of transparency. I don't know if that's true or not. There's always been smokes over there with Tether. But I don't know if Ripple leadership is doing that or not. I don't know if Ripple leadership is doing that or not, but regulated, compliant, transparent, stable coins is what the market wants. Right. And again, if USDC is going to be Google, what's wrong with being Yahoo? What's wrong with being Yahoo? So there it is there. Right? So we don't have a lot of regulated, compliant, and transparent stablecoin issuers. We just don't. We don't have that. All right, fam. So there it is. I just wanted to share this with you. I think I hope it has been of value to you. I think it's hugely important, this new move. And again, let us not forget that we do have a say. We have our part to play, if you will, in creating and promoting network adoption of the XRPL, which creates demand, storage demand, if you will, of the native asset XRP, which we all as XRP holders want. All right, fam. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys checking in today. And listen, I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.